Uh, we'll start the session now. Probably a couple of days, you will be going through editors. You should understand as a VLSI engineer, you should understand how to work with the editors, probably text editors. All of you are comfortable with how to work with the Windows editors like Notepad, Windows, PDF. There are few editors are only supporting for text editors. If you are supporting for both image and the text, like your Windows Office, your PDF, you can put an image, you can put a text. But Notepad, you can't edit the processing the image. You are comfortable with how to work with the Notepad, correct? But already you know Notepad, why you should study other editors? That is the one thing. We'll come to know that when I'm teaching about GVM, how GVM is more powerful than your Windows-based text editors. Okay, probably 2-3 days I'll be talking about this editor, Linux-based editor. Okay, after that we'll be working on Linux with some advanced commands. How you can write the shell scripting, some task when you're working with any project, whether you are a front-end engineer or a back-end engineer in VLSI, any task how you can automate by using the Linux commands. So probably 1 week or 5 days we'll be working on Linux commands. After Linux commands, you will be moving on to advanced digital system design. So we'll cover about advanced part of combination logic circuit, means combinatorial circuits and sequential logic circuits. That includes latches, flip-flops, counters, shift registers, and some FSM designs. Okay. After that, peoples are used to get divided. Front-end peoples are go to the front-end. Okay. Back-end peoples are going to the back-end. But these three things are common, whether you are a front-end or you are a back-end. As a fresher, if you are entering into the VLSI or interview, usually they'll ask more questions on the digital. Okay, if you are securing job in ASIC to design flow. Okay. So that initially, 2-3 days, we'll be working on GVM. How sessions will happen is like session morning sessions like 9:30 to 12:30. Probably we'll be having theoretical sessions. Okay. And afternoon, you'll be having hands-on experience. Morning 3 hours, afternoon 3 hours. Morning 3, afternoon, you'll be having hands-on experience. Okay. Hands-on experience means when I'm talking about GVM, we'll be doing hands-on experience in the lab sessions. Linux also will be practicing the same. So when it is coming to the digital system design, you'll be working on assessment. We'll give a couple of assessment. What are the topics we'll cover in the digital part? We'll be giving a couple of assessment. So assessment will be done during the lab sessions. These are so you will be engaging complete today. Okay, complete 6 hours will be engaging every day. Okay. Suppose you have a concern like you want to raise the question during the presentation. Suppose I'm doing theoretical part, you have some questions. You can unmute and you can ask a question. Online student, especially I'm talking about online student. You can unmute yourself. You can ask a question or you can put a question in the chat box. Okay. So whenever I'll see the screen, I'll look at your questions, then we will address the questions. And the one thing, offline student, you can raise your hand and you can ask a question. Okay. This is about how we're handling the theory and lab sessions. Okay. Please get in. Offline students, please come. Take your seats. Come on. Okay. Could you able to see the screen, online students? Is it my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let me discuss about what is a Vim editor basically. Then what is a GVM editor? How GVM editor is more powerful than other text editors. Okay, so that is what my agenda for today's presentation. Some of the fellows already know who are attending the internship in VLSI Minds, correct? Few of them already know, but it is like a repetition for you. You'll get more grip onto the GVM editors. Okay. Can you name why do we need a GVM editor? Why it is more powerful? Usually we call this is more powerful than other editors. Let's take a couple of examples before going to this GVM editor. We'll take a couple of examples. You take an image in Notepad. Okay. We have 1,000 lines of code. Some code you are writing. There is 1,000 lines of the code we have. Could you able to fold the lines? I mean, folding of the line means some of the lines of your text. I want to fold it. I want to hide it. Let's say 1,000 lines are there. First 10 lines of my program and last 10 lines of my program, I want to compare. So in the Notepad, I have to scroll up. Then what? I should scroll down. So where you don't have any option in the Notepad, so that you can't hide the line numbers, folding the line numbers from line number 11 to line number 990. Fold option is not supported. And also in the Notepad, you may make multiple tabs, new tabs you can make, but same tab you can't split it. Correct? You can't split it. You can't make it a multiple split of the same window. So this is a second example. Like suppose you want to customize your editor. It is hardly very less features available in Notepad, where you can changing the background. That's it. And changing some font. Only few options are available in the Notepad, but many more options you want to set it, but you can't do it in the what? Where? Notepad. Like there are certain limitations. Yes or no? So all these features it is available in the web GVM editor. Actually, it is born like a VA editor. So this editor is a VA editor we call. This is designed based on the Linux platform. Originally, it is from the what? Linux platform. So it was used in the Linux earlier days. Now advancement of this VA editor, we call it as a GVM editor. What is it? G stands for graphical. You can use the graphics like line. You can putting the text in your GVM editor. Okay, you can fold it. They put some graphical into the VA editor. They call that is a what? GVM editor. You understood? Okay, before going to this Vim editor, we'll do a few examples so that you can understand why you should study the GVM editor. So basically, this GVM editor works on modes, but you don't have any modes in the Notepad. Okay, but this is works on the modes. Let's say I'll give one example. I have one example like. Okay, I'll write like this. So just I'm writing RCB win the match, as everyone knows, right? Last night. This line I want to copy to the 1,000 lines. How generally you will do in the Notepad? You will copy this line, right? You will copy this like this. Right click. This is what you'll do usually. GUI approach. GUI approach means what? Graphical user interface approach. Like you may see some icons, correct? Some menus. Using this, you'll right click again, right click, paste, right click, paste. How many times you want to do? Like you want to do 100 times. Right? So here, basically this Vim editor works on the command modes. This works on the what? Command modes. By using commands, I can make 100 lines, right? How to make the 100 lines? I want to copy this 100 lines. So what I have to do? I should copy this. I should hang. We call hang. Hanging means copy the entire line. So by pressing YY, now I have hanged the first line. First line I hang means I have copied the first line. How many lines I want to paste? 100 lines I need to paste. Type 100, press P. Imagine the productivity. So when you are working with the original Notepad, which is available in Windows, when you are working with the GVM editor, how much time I took to copy this? Hardly seconds. But same thing you want to do in the web. Notepad, it takes more time. GUI approach is less productivity, but CLI approach we call it. What is CLI approach stands for? command line interface approach. Whatever the task you are performing in the Windows is almost 80% of the task you will do in the what approach? GUI approach. Yes or no? Let's say I'll ask you to do one task. I'm asking you to do in the Windows, create 100 empty directories. How you'll do? How you're creating the 100 empty directories? Like this is what GUI approach will do, right? Right click, correct? You'll be using these menus, correct? Icons. So go to the new, then click on to what? Folder. Then you're renaming like one, like so on. It's more time consuming. So same thing you can do by running the commands using the Linux. So that approach we call it as a command line interface approach. Usually CLI approach is more productive compared to the what? Your GUI approach. Because GUI approach is okay. As a student, your Windows operating system is user friendly. So usually you will buy a Windows operating system. But when it is coming to the workflow, like when you are working with any tools like VLSI tools, where you should try to understand the CLI approaches. CLI approach workflow you should understand. Okay, how effectively I can do my workflow, daily workflow, how I can improve the productivity. The productivity improves when you have a good hand in the CLI approach. Are you understood? Okay. So now we understood what is a GUI and what is CLI. 80% of your Windows you will do using GUI only. Few things you will do using commands. But when it is coming to the Linux, it is a reverse. 80% you will do using commands. Only 20% sometimes you will be using as a GUI approach. You understood the differences, how you can improve the productivity. In similar fashion, you are already okay with the Notepad usage, but now it is a time to understand what? Linux-based text editors. Are you understood? Okay. So this is one example. I said that you can split the screen, right? You can make a new tab. How to make a new tab? You can go to the file, click on to open tab. It will create the one more tab. It is asking me to save. If I after saving this, I can make a tabs. You can make a tab, but you can't split the screen, right? But in Gvim editor, you have an option to split the screen. Let's say I want to split the vertical split. You can use the command. Now one window is split into what? Two windows. Again, this first window I want to make horizontal split. I can use a split. Now these are one split, these are another split. Like this again, I want to make one more split. So I can make a V-split. Whether you want vertical split or horizontal split. Same window we can make into the what? Multiple split. Can you do this in the Windows? WordPad? No. Correct. WordPad only single window will be there. Single split will be there. Now, what is the advantage of splitting this? If you have multiple files with you, so working with these multiple files will be easier. Correct. You can move the cursor and easily you can move the cursor from one split to the another split. So that you want to compare two files. So if you put in the side by side, so you can easily compare the two files. This is how it will start improving your productivity. Okay, this editor. Okay, this is another example. So they're asking me to give the file name. Give file name is I'll tell you what is all these comments about. Okay, this is a second example. Okay, one example is you can copy more lines, less time. You can split the screen. Now, how many lines are there totally? 100 lines are there, right? So now I'll go to the first line. I want to hide the line number 10 to line number 20. Line number 10 to line number 20, I want to hide it. So there is an option called fold option. So I'll be using commands ZF. So before that, I'll go to the visual block mode. So visual line mode. I'll select these lines. This number of lines, I want to fold it. I can use the command called ZF. So how many lines I fold? 11 lines are folded. Is it this feature you can see in the notepad? No. Correct. Like 1,000 lines are there. You want to compare the first part of your program and last part of the program, so that the middle of your program you can hide it. Correct. These are like another usage. They're like this. You can count n number of features are available in the notepad. I mean, GVM editor, not in the notepad. So you will be addressing. I mean, you will be start studying this one by one in each and every day when you start practicing. Okay, when you start practicing. Please get in. Just no. It goes. Okay, you can close it. Just close it. Did you understood this? Like I talked three features of this. Like this, there are hundreds of features are available. At one stage, you can't understand all this. Day by day, when you start practicing, so you'll come to know that how you can effectively use the GVM editor so that you can become a good text editor. I understood. Okay. So all these are open source. You no need to pay for this one. Okay. If you are Linux, default V editor will be there, and you should do some installation, ME installation based upon different Linux platform. You should install the GVM editor so that you can directly work with the GVM editor in the Linux platform. Let's say you're a Windows user, you want to use GVM to the Windows user, you have to get it installed. Okay. How to install this GVM editor to your Windows operating system? In Linux, you don't need to install anything. Default, it is coming with the operating system. V editor will be there. On top of that, you just install the GVM editor. So now I'll show you that how to install this for Windows operating system. For downloading Windows operating system, so you can go to the official website of the Vim editor. You can type www.vim.org. www.vim.org. So go to this website. So in this website, Windows basically to install any operating system, what extension Windows will take? .exe extension. Correct. Your iOS will be different extension. Your Linux will be what? Different extension. But you should get it download vim.exe, correct? .exe for your Windows operating system. Now this is the official website of your Vim editor, vim.org. So here you can find there is a download option. I think I'll do another way to download this. Go to the Google, type Vim download. Vim download. So now go to the download Vim online. Okay. So click onto this. So now you can see that there is a .exe file. .exe for Windows operating system. Whether your operating system is a 32-bit or it is a 64-bit. You can select which are the .exe which is supporting for your voice. So then click on to any of this. I'll be click on to this because my operating system is 64, but already I've installed Gvim to my system. But this is a way you can install. First, you download this .exe. This is getting download to your download directories. Then you know how to install any app in your Windows, right? Right click, run as administrator. Through administrator, you can run. It will ask you a couple of steps like next, agree the licenses. Then you want to select the default language. Default language will be English. If you want to select any other language, you can select it. Then your job is to do next. At last, you can get finish. Okay. Then this will be getting downloaded. You may see the icons. Now, see, this is a .exe I have downloaded here. So then right click, then run as a administrator. So then it is asking you for user control. I'll just click on to yes. So then you click on to next, then accept the license, then click on to next. Then you keep all these at default. No need to change anything. Then next, then next. Then it is asking you for installation. So where it is getting installed? In the program files. That is located in the C directory. So it is creating a directory name called the Vim directory. All the Vim binary files will be located in the where? In the Vim directory. That is located in the program files. Okay. So then click on to install. So already I have installed. Probably it may asking me to get repair or replace or something it will ask. Okay. So I was encountering with some error. I don't want to spend time to address this. Okay. Simply I'll ignore it. But you know that how you can install the Gvim editor. I'll just forcefully quit this. Okay. I'll stop to installation. But this is a way. Anyway, in the lab session, if you fail to install it, we'll help you in the lab sessions. Got it? But Linux in iOS, VA will be there. If you want to view the Gvim editor, then you should install based upon your Linux platform. If you talk about a Red Hat operating system, then there is a installation command is nothing but yum command followed by which tool you want to install, Gvim. Now it will get installed to the Linux. Are you understood? Yeah. Now we understood about how to get it installed to your Windows and Linux operating system. And also we understood why you should study the Gvim editor. I bring only 2 features. I'm saying that there are many more features are there. Day by day, when you start working on, you will be understanding how this is more productive than your Notepad text editor. Okay. So what is a Gvim is nothing but Gvim is it is configurable advanced text editor. Who are the user of this Gvim editor? Who is going to use the Gvim editor? Programmer. Correct. You may be software programmer, you are a VLSI programmer. Okay. You are you want to go through some text report files. So you are the engineers will be using this Gvim editor. Okay. So this is created based on the what? It is not born from the Windows, but it is born from the where? Unix platform VA editor it is. So it is a Unix-based VA editor. It is often used for programming and writing the scripting task, but also can be used for what? Any general text editor also you can use. And you can see what is some of the key features of this Gvim includes what? It is highly configurable and advanced, correct? And then great for programming and scripting, useful for what? Text editing. And then many powerful features are available in this Gvim editor. And then extensible with the what? Plugin support. I'll talk about this bit later. What is the plugin support? Okay. And then it boosts the what? Mainly why we are using this? Boosting your workflow, improve your productivity of the what? Work. And effectively you can work on your workflows. You understood? Okay. This is what I'm just I was talking already this one. A few features in the Gvim editor. Let me discuss more about this. If you write a program in Notepad, let's say you are writing Python programming. Python having some keywords, right? What are the keywords? Like print is a one keyword, input is a one keyword, def is a one keyword. Few keywords are there in the Python. You are writing a program in Notepad. All the text will be what? Same color, is in black color. Usually it is in black color. It is not doing the color coding. The Notepad, maybe advanced Notepad, maybe doing the color coding, but whatever the unpaid Notepad version you are using does not support for what? Color coding. But in GVM, you can do color coding, means color highlighting. Let's say you are working on Verilog programming. Verilog having certain constructs, right? Few constructs like module, end module, all these are constructs. So these constructs will appear in different color. General text will be appearing what color? In black color. Like that, it is not doing the color coding. And also syntax highlighting. Syntax highlighting means what? What is meant by syntax highlighting? Let's say Python programming. Python programming follows the indentation. What is meant by indentation? White spacing. Right? Why white spacing in the Python programming? For better code readability, to understand what is the body, which body belongs to which control structures. To easy identification of your body of your program. So you will go for what? Indentation. Few programs will follow the indentation. Few programs does not follow the indentation. So using GVM editor, you can also syntax on for Python programming, whichever the program follows the indentation. You can turn on the what? Syntax. So when you type the for loop in the Python, you press enter. By default, automatically it will do what? Indentation. This some features which is all. But when you are typing the program in Notepad, user has to give the indentation, right? By pressing tab or pressing white space 4 times. This is what the first feature is, nothing but syntax highlighting and what? Color coding schemes. So where GVM can automatically highlight and color code the different element of your code. Color coding of different elements means what? All the keywords should appear in different colors. General text will be appearing usually in black color. That also you can customize. You can customize it. You understood? This is what syntax highlighting and color coding. You may see an example here. So we're writing a C program here. C program follows the indentation. Is it C program follows the indentation? No. Only Python and one more. C++ also does not follow the indentation. Python follows the indentation. Usually, when you are writing any programming, you follow the indentation, but for better code readability, better code understanding. Okay. So here you can see that C programming, the keywords are in different colors. General text are in what? Different colors. So different text will mean the different color elements. So you can easily identify. So this is what the syntax highlighting and color coding scheme. And the second one is what? What is the second feature of the GVM editor is code folding. Right? If you have 1,000 lines of the code you have, where you want to fold a couple of lines, okay, but Notepad does not support for this, and GVM it will support. I think I also done the same thing, right? 11 lines I folded it. To unfold this, you can use ZO. Means Z means zip, fold, zip, open. Okay, ZF means fold it. ZO means open the fold. And one more very importantly use of this GVM editor is there is a built-in documentation is there. Built-in documentation. You don't need to rely on any online sites. So built-in support will be there. Built-in support means all the documentation, whatever the features available in this GVM editor that you can find by typing the help command, :help. If you click on to enter, second. Okay, just a time. Okay, I'll come to this bit later. I think I have to run one more command. We split them. Okay, I'll show you the built-in documentation, but there is also features available. Let's say you don't know about what folding, how to fold in the Gvim editor. So there is a built-in documentation is there. You can go to that particular chapter, particular text. By reading that text, you can understand how to do the folding option. I'll just help you how to work with that. This command is not running. I'll help you. Before end of the session, I'll tell you how to get the built-in support. You understood? So this is what the second one is. So there is a fold option. So GVM can be fold the section of the code to make it easier to navigate the larger files. The second feature. What is the third feature is? Plugin support. What do you mean by plugin support? What do you mean by plugin? Third part plugin we can call. So what is a plugin support is? GVM has a wide range of third-party plugin available that can add the additional functionalities such as what? Code compilation and error checking. Let's say let us talk about the IDE. What is IDE? You have idea about what is mean by IDE? What is IDE? Integrated Development Environment. Let's say you are writing the Python program. Many Python simulators are there, right? You may have about Jupyter Notebook, Anaconda, Spider. There are plentiful IDEs are integrated development environment where user can write the program there. User can debug the program, means compile the program, correct? And then also check the result. Means that IDE, that text editor is embedded with the what? Your Python compiler, where you can run the program, you can debug the program, you can check the syntax, correct? You can check the errors, you can check the warnings. That editor is embedded with the what? Your Python compiler. So likewise, your GVM editor also you can plug into the what? Third party. If you are plugged into the Python plugin to this GVM editor, you write a Python program, you can simulate it. You can check the what? You can do error debugging and error checking, syntax checking you can do. So this is what we call it as what? This editor, you may also call it as IDE only. Okay? Because this editor you are just embedded with the what? Your Python simulator. So that you can do the error checking and error debugging. Have you understood? So this we call a third party plugin. You can plug into other simulator to this so that you can write a program here, you can compile it, you can check the errors. This is what code compilation, what error checking you can also do. This is the third feature of this GVM editor. You can see code compilation, error checking. So many more plugins also you can do this. This is also supporting for what? Third party plugin. Are you able to catch my point? What I'm saying? So these are features. Likewise, few more features also there. You can do multiple level of what? Undo and redo. What do you mean by undo and redo? Suppose you're writing a program, you encounter with some error, you deleted that. But later you realize that you want to put the same text. Then you'll do what? Undo. Undo and redo. Redo you'll do. Like this GVM editor will supporting for what? Multiple level of undo and redo options. So GVM allows you to undo and redo multiple levels of changes so that it is making easy to recover from the what? What are the mistakes you have done. Okay. These are another feature of your GVM editor. And I think I already spoke about this one. What is this one is? Split the screen. You can make a one split into the what? Multiple split. So GVM can split the screen into the multiple panels, planes, allowing you to view and edit the multiple files at the what? Same time. Same time, if you want to edit the files, multiple files you can do for what? Split the screen. And also we call it as integrated help system. Just now I talked about, right? There is a built-in documentation, sir. Built-in documentation. Let me exercise few examples here. So where is my cursor is? Which line my cursor is? Line number 10. I want to move my cursor at the very first line. What I should do? GG, correct? By pressing GG command. So where I'm moving my cursor? First line beginning. Let's say I want to move my cursor at the last line of this text. How to move? Did you forget? Huh? By pressing capital G. Capital G is what? Move your cursor at the what? Last line, end of the line. By pressing small gg, you'll move cursor at the beginning of the line. Let's say I want to move middle of my page. I want to move my cursor at middle of. There are different. How many pages are there? To move the page by page, you can use Control F. Control F is for move the. There are many pages are there. Right? If I want to move the pages page by page, I should do Control F. We'll talk all this. We'll exercise all this. Control B is for go back. Page by page, go back. Let's say I'm in first page. I'm in first page. My cursor is in first line. I want to move middle of the. I want to move the cursor at the middle of the page. What I should do? So you can use capital M. Capital M for what? Move the cursor at middle of the page. L means last, and H means top of this page. Like you don't know. I'm just talking about you don't know these commands. I'm saying that this GVM will use a what? Integrated help system. There is a built-in documentation are there. By referring this documentation, you can understand how to move the cursor, how to do folding option, how to split the screens, how to do multi-level of redo and undo. Like whatever, there are many features on there. Like if you can't count, uncountable features are available. That is what one day any open source you can't understand and do hands-on. So day by day you spend the time so that you can understand the other features of the GVM. It's open source, no one can't understand everything. But at least by working on every day, you'll be know that what are the other features. Suppose you're doing some task, you encounter with the new feature, some problem you're encountered manually by doing it will take like a couple of days. Then you are looking for what alternative, how you can do automate all this task. There are many features are there. Day by day you can practice. Like integrated help systems are there. GVM includes the built-in help for documentation and tutorials. So making it easy to what? Learn. You understood? So let me open the built-in documentation. So you can go to the help section. Let me make a GVM. GVM examples. Let me make one file here.
Sir,
Yes.
today
Hello.
also we'll have a lab session.
Probably today you'll be not having. From tomorrow you'll be having a lab sessions.
That you can attend online is not possible.
Yeah, you can attend offline and offline. Both is available.
Okay.
Maybe I'm facing problem because I started installing the GVM editor, but I have aborted installing the GVM. .exe file is there. Let us open this. So let us quickly install this because I'm seeing some problem. Already GVM was there, but I was trying to install it. But forcefully I have quit the installation. It is corrupting the file so that I can't find the GVM in my Windows. Again, I'm starting installing the same. Okay. So let us install it. You can also observe the steps to install it. So when you start install, uh, at last it is asking you to finish. I'll just finish it. See, when I'm installing this, you may see that there are few icons are created with the Vim. Okay. One is a Vim. What is the current stable version is 9.2. This is what current stable version. Okay, 9.2 that you can also find in the official website of the GVM editor. Okay. And you can see these are few files, other icons. These two icons are not necessary. You can simply ignore it or you can delete. GVM Easy 9.2 and GVM read only. This gives the basic documentation about this editor. See, if you open this, just it will talk about what version and then creator of this GVM editor. Some few basic information about this GVM editor. So those things you can find in this too. You can simply ignore this. I'll just delete. This also I can delete. I'll keep the what? GVM icon. Okay. So if you remove this from the Windows, so then you have to search it. Go to your Windows search and type the what? GVM. Type the GVM. Now you can open it. Are understood? So one thing I have done here, I have created one directory by name GVM examples. Inside that, I have created one file using Notepad. Okay, Notepad is a text file, but I want to launch this Notepad file into the GVM editor. How to launch? You can right click, correct? Open with the way improved editor, GVM editor. So now you can able to open this in the Vim editor. Notepad file also you can open in the GVM editor. So I was talking about integrated help system, right? So by typing help, you can get the documentation, built-in documentation. But same command I was running a few minutes back, but I was getting some error. No flags it is showing, right? Because my GVM was corrected. Today at the beginning of presentation, I started installing, already installed, but on top of that, I started installing. But I said that I don't want to install, I want to abort it. So when I abort this, it is corrupting my GVM files. Okay. So that again I reinstalled it. It takes hardly 1 or 2 minutes to get install your GVM editor. You understood? So now if I run this command, what command is? Let us quit this. So now if I run this command, help command, this will opens the what? Built-in documentation. This is what we call integrated help system. So if you see this file, it will show here, this is what help.txt file it is. You know what is .txt, right? What is .txt is? Text file it is. You can see that version of this Vim editor. What is the version is? Stable version is 9.2. And some changes, any changes is happening. This since it is open source. This is based on community-based development we can call. Community-based development means anyone you can contribute around the globe to this, to improve the features of this. This is open source. Okay. The last changes happened on 26 February 14th. And also you can see some, this help.txt file contains Vim main help file. Okay. Let's say some few commands they are putting here in the help.txt file. Let's say I want to move my cursor moving around. You can use the cursor keys like H or H to go to the left, K to go to the what? Top, J to go to the what? Bottom, L to go to the what? Right. This is a README file. So if you open the README file, I think 3 icons are created, right? If you open the README file, you can read about the Vim editor. will give what is a Vim, like what is the use of this Vim compared to CLI approach. What is the role? See, Vim means what? It is a greatly improved version of the good old Unix text editor, and many new features has been added, like multi-level undo. This is what I was talking about. Syntax highlighting and what? You can launch this in the command line interfaces. Like few documentation is there. I don't want to spend to read this documentation. Whenever you get a time, please open the README document and you can read this and then understand. Okay. Let us close this. Let us make a new tab. Just make the new tab. Okay, it is asking me to create the new. Okay. So let me write. So I just type the one line, I copied into the 100 lines. Let's say I want to move my cursor here and there. I want to move to the right. I want to move to the left. To move to my cursor to the right, what I should do? Press the small line. Press J. J is for what? Move the cursor down. H is for what? Move the cursor left. Then what? K. K is for what? Move the cursor up. This is what you are finding here. We open this in the editor. Sorry, I should open this in the Vim editor. Go to the Vim editor. I was running the command called help command, right? Help. See, if you see the help.txt file, you can find few basic cursor keys. Okay. Like if you scroll down, go down, you can find the documentation here. You can see these are the documentation. So this file, user, this is USER, they are represented in chart notation, user, USR underscore, TOC means a table of content file. If you open this file, you can see the table of content. Okay. And you can see this file, user01.txt file. This file contains what? About the Vim editor. It will talk about the Vim editor. Like user2.txt file means what? It talk about first steps in the Vim editor. Like 3 file means how to move the cursor. Just now we talked about JKL, right? HJKL, right? Those documentation you can find in this file. So likewise in the 4th file, like many text files are there. So by going through this document, you can understand the usage of the many keywords in the Gvim editor. Let's say I want to work with the folding. So to work with the folding, you can use this documentation. User28.txt file will explain the what? Folding features of the Vim editor. Like you want to split the screen. You can go to the here. You can go to this user_8.txt file. Are you understood? Let us open the file, any one file. Just with this. You can use this command help. What is the file name for split the screen? User_08, correct? 08.txt file. So if you press enter, it will opens this file, this chapter. So this is talking about what? Splitting the windows. Like you can see, 8.1 talk about split a window, 8.2 talk about split a window on another file. So 8.3 is nothing but window size, vertical split, moving the windows, commands for all windows, viewing the different windows in the Vim difference. And these are the documentation. This is, we call it as a what? Integrated help system. You don't know few commands, but you should understand, you should know about those commands. Then you can go to the what? Built-in documentations are available. By going through this built-in documentation, you can understand it. Correct? So after going through this user rate.txt file, what I can understand? How to split a screen, right? So you can use school and split. It is used to splitting the horizontal split. Like this documentation is then by going through this documentation, you can understand. Let's say you want to move the cursor from one split to another split, you can use Control W. The Control W is for move the cursor from one split into another split. By going through this, you can understand the splitter commands in the Gvim editor. Like this, many more, right? Many more documentations are there. Let's go to the help section. Many more documents are also there. You can see these are the documentation. So first 1 to 12 is for getting started. How you can get started with the Gvim editor. So then documentation number 22 what? 32, it is talking about what? How you can effectively editing. Okay. Documentation like 42, 45. How you can tuning your Vim editor. Okay, like how to make a new commands. You want to make a new command. Suppose I'm pressing YY. My cursor is moving at the first line. User also you can customize. You can make your own command. So it talks about that. Tuning your Vim editor, write a Vim script, add a new menus to Vim editor, like using the file types, like your own syntax selecting, select your language. So you can use this documentation, tuning of your Vim. So then, writing a Vim script. So you can use documentation 50, 51, and 52. So make a Vim run. You can go through what? User 90.txt file. So likewise, there is a built-in documentations available in the Vim editor. Few more general subjects also there you can see. This is a introduction to .txt file. Talk about introduction to Vim editor. Okay, let me go to this file. What is the file name? Is intro, right? Let us quit this. I'll go to the help intro.txt file. It's talk about introduction. You can read the documentation so that you can understand. Are you able to follow me? What I'm saying? This is another feature. Another feature is nothing but what? Built-in documentation, integrated help system. Are you clear? What are the features? Are you really feeling that you should study the Vim editor by looking at these features? Correct? Obviously, as a VLS engineer, it is a mandatory that you have to work with the Gvim editor. I think some of the students already know, right? Other editor, it's not gives more productivity. So where you have to definitely study the Vim editor. Okay. Now, coming to next is, so Gvim greatly supports for modes. It is works on different modes. Your normal notepad, does not work with any modes. There is no like insert mode, escape mode, or a command mode, or exit mode, or a visual block mode, or a recording mode. But this Gvim editor is supporting for what? Mode that we call modal editing. Modal editing. So what are the modes you know? I'm talking about mode, not with the editing options. I'm talking about the modes. Gvim supports many modes. If I want to insert any text into my editor, I should go to the what mode? Insert mode. If I want to move my cursor, then I should go to the what mode? Escape mode. If I want to select the content, text, some rows and some columns, then I should go to the what? Visual block mode. To pick the file, you should go to the what mode? Exit mode. I think we teach you only 4 modes earlier, correct? Who are already done the internship here, right? Like few more modes also there, like recording mode is there. Recording mode. Okay, if you want, I'll give some additional information later. You can exercise. Okay, additional mode is nothing but recording mode. Other modes also there, but widely we'll use these modes: insert mode, command mode, escape mode, visual block mode, then exit mode. Let us work with these modes. Let me quit this file. Now you can tell me which mode I'm in. Huh? Escape mode. How you are identifying that I'm in escape mode? Cursor is blinking, right? Cursor is blinking. That indicates that you are in what? Escape mode. How to go to the insert mode? By pressing a small I. By pressing small I, now I'm going to the what mode? Insert mode. Here also it is showing at the bottom, it is showing what? You are in insert mode. Nothing is showing means what? It indicates you are in escape mode. How to go to the visual block mode? By pressing V. Visual character mode is there. Visual line mode is there. Visual block mode is there. If I press a small V, I'm in visual mode. Visual character mode now. If I'm pressing a capital V, I'm in what? Visual line mode. If I'm pressing a control V, I'm in what mode? Visual block mode. We'll see what is the use of this insert mode, escape mode, like so on. So what is the use of the insert mode is that user can allow to insert the text. But being in escape mode, user can't insert the text. And what is the role of the escape mode is? Navigation of your cursor. I want to navigate the cursor at the beginning of the line, end of the line, correct? And then to save the file, to give the commands to your Vim editor. So you will be going into the what mode is? Escape mode. But in insert mode, it is user is allowed to insert in the text. In insert mode, different types are there. We'll see. Okay, if I press a small I means insert mode before the character. If I press a small a means I'll go to the insert mode after the character. If I press a capital I means what? Let me keep my cursor somewhere here. If I press capital I means what? Insert mode, in the current line, it is going to the beginning. Let me go to the insert mode, but it is going to the beginning. Let's say my cursor is somewhere here. Now I'm pressing capital A. I'm pressing capital A. So what happened? Insert mode, but end of that current line. You understood? If I press capital I, current line beginning, but go to the insert mode. If I press capital A, current line end. Current line end. Are you understood? If I press small a, insert mode after the character. Small a I'm talking about. If I press small I, insert mode before the character. See, if I press zero, I'm pressing 0. You notice what is happening. Somewhere my cursor was at the last in this current line. I'm pressing 0. My cursor is moving at the beginning of that current line, but I'm not allowed to go to the what? Insert mode. Is it in insert mode? No. It is in escape mode. If I press a dollar symbol, current line, I'll move my cursor at the current line, the end of the line, but be into the what? Escape mode only. See, my cursor is here. I want to move my cursor at the end of the line. I want to go to the insert mode. Then what I should press? You should press capital I. You'll come to know. You'll come to know all this when you're doing the exercise. Now I'll press the capital A. I'm moving my cursor at the what? End of the line, but I'm going into the what? Insert mode. If I press a dollar symbol, let's press a dollar symbol. My cursor at the beginning of the line. I want to move the last line, but not into the insert mode. Then I should press the dollar symbol. Dollar symbol means end of the current line. 0 means what? Beginning of the current line. But it stays in the escape mode. It not goes into the insert mode. Then here we should also understand what right command we should use in the insert mode. What right commands we should use in the escape. You got the point? Like this, your GVM will work on the what? Different modes that we call modal editing. See, one of the most distinctive features of the GM is it's a modal editing. It operates in what? Here I just represented the two modes. Okay, don't take wrong. The many modes are there, like insert mode, command mode, escape mode, exit mode, visual block mode. Okay, visual block mode. I said recording mode. Like many modes are there. For simplicity, to make you to understand, you should know that in insert mode what command you should use in it, escape mode what command you should use. So that I'll just represent with the two different modes. But generally it will support many modes. So one is what? Command mode. One is what? Insert mode. So this is what the insert mode. What is insert mode is? User can insert a new text into the file. You can see example of the insert mode is like what? Small I means what? Insert before the character. Capital I means what? Go to the insert mode at the beginning of the current line. Beginning of the current line. So small I means what? Insert mode after the cursor also you can call after the character or after the cursor. So capital A means what? End of the line. But go to the insert mode. Like a few more commands also that we can exercise. Small O, capital O. Okay. So how to go to the insert mode to the escape mode? You should just press the escape. By pressing escape, you will be changing your mode from insert mode into the escape. When you want to enter any text into the document, be into the insert mode. You want to save the file, you want to navigating your cursor, then you can go to the what? Escape. This is what the escape mode also called as command mode also, where user is giving the commands. You understood? Commands. So here there are some escape modes. Already we exercised this, right? Small h, small j, small k, small l. Move the cursor to the left, move the cursor to the right, top, bottom. And also you can use small x. If you want to delete any character under the cursor, single character if you want to delete, you can use x. And DD for deleting the entire line. Okay. So then U for undo. And if you want to save the file, you can go to the command line. Any commands, if you want to give to the Gvim, we should go for colon, where user is giving the what? Commands. Are you understood? So basically, Gvim we call it as what? Modal editor. Why? Because it is supporting different modes. Insert mode, escape mode, or command mode, both are same. Then exit mode, then visual block mode and recording mode. So with this, I can say that Gvim is a more powerful. Right? It is a modal-based editor. It is more powerful and flexible tool editor, text editor. Do you feel that really? Correct. So this Gvim can now available in your Windows. I said that how to work with the Windows, how to install into the Windows. By default, Mac and Linux, means Unix and Linux based operating system, default VA will be there. If you want Gvim, then you should get it installed. So this is available in Windows, Mac. Mac means what? For Apple products, right? iOS. And then Linux. Linux are like open source Linux are there. Some proprietary based, we call proprietary based operating system, we call Unix. Some of the features you need to pay for it. Okay, Unix, those are Unix based platform, proprietary operating systems. But Linux is open source. Anybody can download and use it around the globe. Okay, so this is what the Gvim. So widely used by programmers and then system administrators. Do you have any questions up to here? Anybody, any questions regarding this Gvim editor? Are you able to follow me? Is it understandable? Okay. Now let us go to like few more. Means let me talk about appearance. Appearance means you are writing some text in the Windows. You want to change the font style, right? You have a couple of options, right? You can keep the Times New Roman, some other font style also there, and you can also do what? Font size also. So So GVM also allows you for what? Customization. What is meant by customization means what? Changing the appearance. Changing the appearance, like in terms of text font size, text font style, text font color. So this is what we call customization. Or by default, GVM will gives the background theme as white. You want to change that into the dark. This is what one customization we can call. Right? So GVM supports for what? Customization. Also supporting for what? Writing the scripting programs. Also supporting for regular expressions. I'll come to this point. The regular expressions is quite important. Okay. So customization means what? GVM is highly customizable, allowing user to adjust the settings. Settings like what? Such as font size changes, color, schemes, and key bindings. You also keep the key bindings. It allows you to create and edit your own macros also. I'll come to this point. What is mean by macro? Own macros also you can create. Let's say one example I'll tell what is mean by macro. Okay, in GVM editor. You are writing Verilog program or Python program. Let us understand you are writing a Python program. But you are not giving the colon for every line. Okay, you are not giving the colon for every line. Colon indicates what? You are telling your compiler that this is what this line will be ended. Right? But you are not giving the colon. You are writing 100 lines, but you are not giving the colon for all the lines. But I have to give the colons. Same time. I don't want to walk through line by line and give the colon. If I walk through line by line, if I give the colon, generally it takes what? More time. That improves my productivity of the work. Okay. So where you can create the macro by going to the recording mode. By going to the recording mode. All this will exercise, nothing to worry. Will exercise. But my point is that I want to give first theoretical content, then we can go for hands-on. If you are getting bored, we'll also do hands-on, no problem. Okay. So you can create a macro. By going to the recording mode, you can create a macro. You can play that macro. So I'll be creating the macro for one line. I'll add the colon. I'll record it. I'll play it this for what? All the rest of the lines. So this is what we call macro creations. User can create the macros. Okay, it is allow you to edit your own macros and define your own commands also. That is what I say, flexible and more powerful tool it is. This is we call customization. Okay, customization, something like you can change the font and appearance. You can change the scheme like the dark, light, and which all the schemes are there. Okay, and also you can give the key bindings. Okay, to save, to quit, you can use the key bindings, and also you can create your own macros. Like many macros, you can create it. Correct? This is what customization, and also it is used for what? Scripting. It allow you to write the scripting languages like Vim scripting, you can write Perl scripting, you can write Python, you can write Tcl, you can write many scripting, Ruby, many other scripting you can write. The main use of the scripting language is for what? Automate the task. Automation of any repetitive task, you can write the what? Scripting. This GVM support through scripting in the varieties of language, including Vim scripting, Perl, Python, TCL. I will not represent with the TCL. Almost all scripting language you can edit. You can write in the GVM editor. Okay, and also this is supporting for regular expression. One new term I'm telling here. This is quite important as a VLSI engineer. You should be understanding about the regular expressions. Okay, most of the time after a couple of years in your domain, like your front end or back end, and sometimes you will be working with the regular expressions. Let me tell you one example. What is a regular expression is? I have a large text here. So let me copy this into the 1000 line. How to copy this line into the 1000 line? First, I should hang this line by pressing YY, right? I hang this entire line. How many lines I want to paste? 1000 line I want to paste. I'll be using 1000. Then I should press the T. So So now I'm pasting into the 1000 lines. How to move to the last line? By pressing capital G. Earlier I was 2 lines already there. From where I started, so that total lines are how many? 1002. I want how to move the first line of this is nothing but the GG. You can press the what? Small GG. So now I'll move to the first line. How to delete the first line? DD. DD for deleting the first line. Now let us understand what is the role of the regular expression. Okay, how many lines in my document, in my text? 1001 now. Now I removed one line, now it is 1001. Let us remove the last line also by pressing DD. Now how many lines are there? 1000 lines are there. So I want to replace TO2 in all the 1000 lines. I want to replace TO2 by some other text, THEDA. If I ask you to do this task in Notepad, how you will do? You go to that particular thing search, then TO2 will delete, and then you will insert the THEDA. Likewise, line by line you are keep doing. So where you can use a regular expression to automate this task. You can use a what? Regular expression. What is a generally regular expression is something, but it is used to search a pattern and replace the pattern. This is what in simple term I can convey to make you to understand what is a regular expression is. In the large text, search a string, replace the string. Did you understand? So in all the 1000 lines, I want to replace TO2 by THEDA. So where user can write the what? Regular expression. How to write the regular expression? How to write the regular expression? I'll coming to this commands later. Okay, percentage means selecting all. S means substitute. Then delimiter. Forward slash is acting like a delimiter. Followed by what? Old string. What is my old string is? 2. 2 I want to replace by what? THEDA. Then delimiter. Then I should press the what? G. Small g. Small g for what? Global replacement. Global means all the lines. Again, different way you should do. I want to replace only in the first line. I want to replace only in the last line. I want to replace only in the 10 to 20 lines. Like that, those are additional regular expression you should do. But in this case, what I'm doing is all the lines TO2 I want to replace by what? THEDA. So where I'm writing the regular expression. This is what we call it as a what? Regular expression. So by pressing enter, you can see I'm replacing the what? TO2 THEDA. How much time I'm taking? Hardly a second. But same task you want to do in the Windows, Notepad. More time. This is what we use of the regular expression. Your Gvim will also support for what? Writing the regular expressions. So what is the regular expression? Can you tell me in simple definition what is the regular expression? Almost all scripting languages, regular expressions will be there. What is the role of the regular expression is that the larger text, you want to search it, you want to replace it. You can use the regular expression. Search a string, replace a string, simply call it as a regular expression. You got it? So Gvim also support, right? Gvim also support the what? Regular expression. This is what another use of this Gvim is nothing but it supports the regular expression. So Gvim supports regular expression for what? Can you read this text, right? Is it visible? Searching and replacing the text. Searching and replacing the text, which can be powerful tool for what? Getting the large or any complex forms. These are time. If you are learning any scripting language, like you are learning Perl, you are learning Python or Perl programming, TCL programming, any scripting program, definitely you should learn the what? Regular expression. This will help you time saving, when you are a front end, irrespective of whether you are front end or a back end engineer, definitely you should go through the what regular expressions. You understood? This is what we have done, right? So this is what one regular expression. These are here different regular expression to search a pattern, find the pattern quickly in this large text, then what? Replace it. So that it is very useful for what? Powerful tool for any large file search and replace. Let's say you're writing Verilog programming. Verilog programming. You are writing somewhere integer. There are 1,000 lines of Verilog programming is there. You are defining some variable as an integer variable, integer keyword. You want to replace by integer with some other data type. Okay, but integer is appearing in 1,000 times. So that by writing regular expression, you can replace it easily. Right? So that this is more time saving, productivity increases. Are you able to follow me? Like what is meant by customization? So what scripting language you can write? Not only scripting language, Verilog also you can write. So writing the Verilog, test bench, design file, correct? Then you are writing the tickle program that is giving to the compiler. Okay, you can write the scripting, you can write the hardware description languages also, like Verilog, system Verilog, UM files also you can write using the Gvim editor. Not only scripting. So any question? Any doubts? If you have any sort of doubts, then let me take the questions. Let me see any online students are.
Sir.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. Any practice exercises will be given after the class or something?
Yeah. So definitely in the afternoon sessions we'll be having answer.
Okay.
Okay. This is what one thing is customization, support for scripting, supporting for regular expression. Also, you make this as an IDE also. It's not working like a simple editor. You can make this also what? Integrated development environment where you can do code compilation, code debugging, like your Jupyter notebook. And online platform Jupyter notebook you're using. You may heard about Google Colab. Use Google Colab. It is also one type of IDE where you are writing the Python program over there and you are compiling itself, like code compilation, error checking. You'll like you make this as a plugin, third-party plugin. You can make this as a IDE, integrated development environment for code compilation, error checking, and debugging. Got it? So GM can configure as a complete IDE also. So with the features such as code compilation, error checking, and debugging is another support of the GVM editor. And the next support is command line interface. Command line interface means what is mean by command line interface? So whatever here I'm working with the GVM editor is a graphical based editor I'm using to do some text editing and all I'm doing using graphical user interface. In Linux platform, you can work with this as a what? Command line interface. In the command line interface, where you are launching the what? GVM editor. So two way also you can work with the GVM editor. One is in Windows, usually we will work as a GUI approach. In Linux, we'll be working as a CLI approach, command line interface approach. This also support for what? Command line interface. So GVM can be launched from the where? Command line interface means terminal, Linux based terminals. Allow user to quickly open and edit the files without having the what? Launching of what? Full-fledged graphical user interface. Where in the command line interface, you can launch it, you can edit the file, you can save the file. This is what supporting for what? Command line interface. So this is what command line interface, you can open the file, you can edit and you can save it. Without launching the what? Full-fledged of your graphical user interface. And also GM is using for remote editing. Suppose you are sitting at the home, right? Sitting at the home, you are using VLSI server, right? You want to edit some files. So sitting at home also you can edit, right? Some of the files you can edit. So Gvim supports editing the files on remote servers using protocols such as SSH and file transfer protocol, FTP protocol. This is what VPN we are setting up, right? We are setting up SSH VPN so that sitting at home, you can access our server. You can edit in server, you can edit some of the files. So this is what from your laptop, you're connecting to our server. So you can edit, means you can configure some of the files sitting at the home in the remote location. So GM support for this. Have you understood this? Now you can say that GM is a powerful, I can say powerful, versatile. Can anybody can use for everyone? It is open source. Anybody can use. So that GM is a what? Great choice for improving the productivity of your text editing. Okay. So this can be used for programmer, system administrator, anyone who needs to powerful text editor. I can say that GVM is one of the great text editors. Okay. This I talk about just overview of the GVM editor. Okay. Now we'll take a break. We'll take a break, short break. After the break, we'll go to the modes. What modes are there? Insert mode, escape mode, visual block mode, exit mode. I'll just brief out what these modes, and anyway, same thing will be doing hands-on in the lab sessions. Okay. Okay, now you can take a break. We'll restart the session at 11:10. Before break, any questions? Let me take the questions. Are you able to follow me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll take a break. We'll restart at 11:10. Until now, we talked about how GM is powerful than other text editor. Some features. Can you remember what are the features of the GM editor? Syntax highlighting, color coding, code folding, regular expression, customization, support for scripting, right? Folding, splitting the windows, multi-level of undo and redo you can do, right? You can install this to Windows, Mac, Linux-based operating system. Linux-based operating system. This is what we covered, right? And also we understand GVM is a modal editor. Editor it is. Modal editor means it supports for different modes. What are the modes like? What are the modes? Insert mode, command mode. No. Command mode and exit mode are, escape mode are same. Don't get confused. Command mode and escape mode are both are same. Insert mode, command mode or exit mode. Command mode or escape mode, exit mode, visual block mode, recording mode. As you most of the time will be working on insert mode, escape mode, and visual block mode and exit mode. Okay. Some rare cases where you want to play the macro which you are created, then you can go for recording mode. You can go for recording mode. Okay. So now we feel that GM is a great choice for programmer, scripting writer, anyone you want to do general text editing. So GM is a great choice. Okay. Now let us talk about means commands which are using in the different modes. First, let us go to the insert mode. First, you can just read these commands: small I, small a, capital A, small o, capital O, small r, small s, capital X, C, capital small c, CW, and to C $. Okay. So what is a small I is? Yeah, insert the text before the what? Cursor. Means these are the common commands you are working with when you are going with our insert mode. Correct. You can see this is a text. T is a text. If I press a small I, what will happen? you are going to the insert mode before cursor or after cursor? Before cursor. Before or after? So insert the text before the cursor. This is insert the capital I means what? Insert the text at the beginning of the current line. I think I already exercised this, correct? Let us go to the first line. I'll keep my cursor here. If I press a small I, what mode I mean now? I'm in escape mode. How you are indicating that you're in escape mode? Cursor is blinking. If you are in insert mode, you are in visual block mode. At bottom, it will show that you are in what mode it is. Nothing is showing at the bottom here like this. It indicating that you are in what? Escape mode. Okay. So now I'm in which mode? Can you see? Escape mode. If I press a small I, go to the insert mode before the cursor. Before the cursor. And if I pressing capital I, the current line will go to the beginning, go to the insert mode. If I press a small a, I'm in escape mode. By pressing escape, you can go to escape mode. If you press small a, insert mode after the cursor. After the cursor. Go to the insert mode after the cursor. If I pressing capital A, go to the insert mode at the end of that current line. This is what I have represented here. Insert the text before the cursor. Insert the text at the beginning of the current line. Small a means what? Append the text after the cursor. So capital A means what? Append the text at the end of the current line. So this is what happened. So this is before applying these commands. This is after applying the commands. This you too can ignore. When you are doing answer, you will be understanding. Like this operation before by pressing I, what happened after pressing small I, before and after pressing small I. You understood? All small I, small a, capital A, all these are in what mode? Insert mode. Before cursor, after cursor, current line beginning, current line ending, go to the insert mode. And next is what? Small o and capital O. What is small o? Let me press. I'm in escape mode now. I'll press small o. What happened? That is how to undo? By pressing U. By pressing U, you can do undo. Sorry, not capital. This is undo I'm doing by pressing small u. So earlier I was kept the capital caps on by pressing capital U. That will not do undo. Okay. Now let me go somewhere here. I'm in which line number? Line number 4. Okay. If I press O, what happens? You are into the insert mode. O also go to the what? Insert mode. Above the line or below the line? Below the line. Right? So you are into the insert mode. Right? But it creates a what? New line. New empty line. So this is a command. Small o means what? Insert a new line below the what? Current line and start inserting mode. What is a capital O is? Insert a new line above the current line and start the insert mode. What is a small r is for? Replace the one character. Correct. So let us do this. Let me keep somewhere here. I'll press a small r. So now you can see the size of the cursor is what? It is compressed, right? Now I want to replace W by X. So small r is for what? Replace the character under the cursor. It is also, you can work in the insert mode. Right. Again, if I want to replace this, what I should do? Press a small r. So I want to replace r by t. You understood? Small r is for replace the one character under the cursor. And what is the capital R is for? Replace the multiple characters starting at the what? Cursor position. Let us do this. So I'll keep my cursor here. I'll place capital R. Right. So I'm replacing this is W. Then what? E. But I'm put on caps on so that you are getting the capital case. And then what? L, C, O, M, E. What is the capital R will do? Replace the multiple characters. This also you can use in the what mode? Insert mode. In insert mode, it is showing that replacing, but I'm pressing capital R means it is replacing the characters. Okay. So then small s and capital S. What is small s? So delete the character under the what? Cursor and go to the insert mode. So capital S means what? Delete the current line and go to the insert mode. Insert the new text. So let us do, let me keep my cursor here. What is command is small s. Small s is for what? Delete the character under the cursor. Now again, if I press S, what will happen? Delete the character under the cursor. What is capital S is for? Delete the entire line. From the cursor, if you want to delete the entire line, you can use the word capital S. Delete the current line, insert the new text. It is go to the insert mode only. You can notice. Let us do this one. I'm in the line number 7. I'll do capital S. Delete the entire line, but go to the what? Insert mode. You're into the insert mode. Okay. So then the next command is C command, small c. What is small c is for? Delete to the end of the line and go to the what? Insert mode. Delete to the what? End of the line. Then what is the difference between small s and capital S and small c? So if I press S, okay, let me press capital S. Delete the entire line, go to the insert mode. Go to the insert mode. So now I'll keep my cursor here somewhere here. I'll press the what? Small c. What is small c? Which one it is? Yeah, small c, right? So now I'll press the small c. What is happening here? If I press the small c, let do undo. Let us repeat the same. I'm pressing the small c. So then what I should do? I'm pressing the small c again. If I press the small c, it is deleting all the characters. It is some kind of error. It is into the insert mode. It is a kind of capital S only, right? Both are doing the same job, right? Delete the current line and insert mode. Delete to the what? So end of the line it is. Delete to the what? If that line, if there is up to the end of the line, some up to the end of the line, it will delete. Then it is going to the what? Insert mode. This will be S. Capital S will be delete the current line. Small c will be up to the end of the line. It will delete. Okay. Can you? Okay. Okay. We'll see this. Then what is CC2? Delete the entire line and insert the new text. Maybe CC and capital S works like a same. Works like in a same. And what is CW is for? New text. Let's say I want to delete this what? Word. What word is? Welcome I want to delete. Then do CW. Change the word. CW means what? Change the word. CC means change the character. Okay. So now if I do, I'm done with the undo. If I do CW, this will delete the what? Word. Then go to the what? Insert mode. Okay. So the next is what? C dollar. Delete the what? End of the line and insert the new text. Like C dollar and CC almost works like the same. Okay. Like you can walk through built-in documentation where you can see that what are the commands you can use in the insert mode. We'll exercise. We'll understand this how it works in the answer. No problem. Are you understood? These are some of the common insert mode commands which you are working with. Did you understood what is the role of the insert mode? What is the insert mode role is? Insert mode allows you to insert the what? New text into the document. Like if you want to delete the entire line, go to the insert mode or change the word. Okay. You want to delete one under the cursor, delete the entire character by character. You want to delete, then you can use the what? Some of the insert mode commands. I just represent it only few. You can also use many more. So you can take an assignment, sit with the any assistance tool like a ChatGPT or some other platforms. You say that I'm a beginner to the Gvim editor. Can you list out the examples of insert modes with the hands-on experience? It will give couple of examples. Install the almost all of you are using Windows, I feel, right? All of you are using the Windows operating system. So install the Gvim to your Windows. Okay. Then you can exercise all the Gvim insert mode commands. Nowadays, information is available in your fingerprint. You don't need to rely with anybody. But you should need a what? Push. What push means? Until you come here today, you don't know about Gvim, but you got some knowledge about Gvim. Now you can progress by yourself, right? So you can sit down to the chart. If you say that I want to work with the insert mode in the Gvim editor, please give me hands-on commands. Now you understood few commands which are using in the insert mode. You practice the same thing. Yes or no? Since it is open source, this content available in your LLM models. Also, built-in support is also there. You can go through built-in documents and you can exercise. Yes or no? Today, you have to do this. You should make sure that you should install your Gvim to your Windows. Tomorrow, don't tell like, I need help to installing the Gvim to my Windows. It's hardly 2 minutes job. And also work on the what? Insert mode. Okay. So this is what commonly used insert mode commands. And also I make one more picture for this, like what is small I, capital I. Already we know small I, small a, capital A, O, small r, S, small s, capital S, C, CC, CW, then CS. I think we have not worked with the CS. You can work with the CS. This I will share the PPT. Okay, each day whatever the PPT I'm using, I'll be sharing in your respective groups. Okay, you can access this PPTs. Okay, you can exercise this insert mode commands. So after insert mode commands, what is the next is command mode, right? Command mode you can call, escape mode you can call. So what is the command mode use is? What is the command mode use is? Command mode or escape mode allows you to navigate and manipulate the what? Text in the document without going into the what? Insert mode. In escape mode, you are not going into the insert mode without going to the insert mode where you are navigating the text. Navigation of the text means what? Suppose I want to move my cursor page by page. I have to go to the insert mode, press Control here. Now I'm moving the text page by page. Control B is for what? Back. Control B is for back. Small k is for what? Move the cursor down. J is for what? Down. H is for what? Left. L is for what? Right. This is what navigation of your cursor. What? Navigation of your cursor. And also you can manipulate the text. Text manipulation means I want to manipulate, like I want to move my cursor and the page by page, I can use Control. Then Control B. Control B for back. This is what you can do, correct? So now here I'll ask you a few questions. Can you try to answer these questions? If I press DD, what will happen? Delete the entire line. Is it I'm going to the insert mode? No. I want to delete this entire line, but I want to go to the insert mode. What I should do? Capital S. Capital S for what? Delete the entire line. Go to the insert mode. If I do DD, Delete the line, but into the what mode? You'll be into the escape mode. This is where you should see the differences that you should understand initially. Once you wrap up with these comments, then you can play like anything. Okay. DD means delete the entire line, but be into the escape mode. Okay. Now I want to move. Suddenly, I want to move my cursor at the first. GG. Small gg is for what? Move the cursor at the first. Capital G is for what? Move the cursor at end of the file. End of the file. And if I want to move middle of the page, capital M. H means what? Top. L means what? Not right. Last of the page. Then you know what is a small j, small k, small l. Right? So this is what the commands you can use in the what? Escape mode, command mode. This you know, right? A J, K, H, J, K, L. Top, bottom, left, right. Okay, now you can see what is a W. What is a W? Okay, before coming to this commands W, B, O, and dollar symbol, you must understand this. What is a GG is for? Beginning of the file. Capital G means what? Ending of the file. Ending of the file. Both are going into the insert mode. Is it going to the insert mode if I press GG? Okay. One more question I'll ask. So now currently I'm in line number 16. I want to move my cursor at the first line. Then I should go to the insert mode. What I should do? I want to move my cursor at the first line, beginning. First line. Then I should go to my cursor at the beginning of the first line. But into the insert mode. What I should do? Move the cursor at the first line. If I do GG, it will go to the first line. But it is into the what mode? Escape mode. But I have to go to the insert mode. Then what I should do? Before the cursor means press I. Do GG. Go to the first line. If you want to go to the insert mode, I. Let's say I want to move my cursor at I'm in line number 14. I want to move my cursor at the first line, but I have to move my cursor at the last end of the line, but I have to go to the insert mode. GG, capital A. GG, capital A. Yes or no? So one more question. I'm in line number 14. I want to move my cursor at the what? First line, but I should move my cursor at the end of the line, but I have to be into the escape mode only. I should not go to the insert mode. GG first, then dollar symbol. What is dollar symbol indicates? End of the line. In the current line, you will go to the what? End of the line. 0 means what? Beginning of the line. The current line beginning, but into the escape mode. Have you understood? Now I have to move my cursor at the end of the line, last line. Last line, I have to move my cursor at the end. Last line end, but into the insert mode. Capital G, capital E. Capital A means what? Insert mode, go to the end of the current line. So I want to move my cursor. Let's say I'm in first line. I want to move my cursor at the last of the line. Last line, I have to move the cursor. Then I have to move my cursor at the end of the line. But into the escape mode. Capital G, dollar symbol. So this is where you are navigating your cursor. What is the role of the escape mode is navigation. And also it is using for manipulation. What is a manipulation means what? Changes. What changes is, I think already we have done this command, right? I was replacing TO2 string by TH in all the places, wherever the occurrences are there, all the places we are replacing. Now I want to do the reverse. Reverse means what? TH is the, I want to replace by TO2 slash. This is what manipulation you can call. Which mode I am doing the manipulation? Is it in insert mode or in escape mode? I'm in escape mode. Here, one thing you should understand, if a user wants to give any commands, suppose I'm writing this is one regular expression. Regular expression I'm writing to my text editor, Gvim editor. User wants to give any commands, you should go to the what? Command line interface. How to go to the command line interface is, let me run this. I'm replacing the by evo. How user is giving the commands to the Gvim is nothing but you should go to the escape mode. Press escape, then colon. Press escape, colon. Now this colon is nothing but your command line interface, where user can give the what? Commands. Let's say I'm giving the commands like this. What is the command I'm giving is 10, 999. Means D means delete here. I want to delete the line number what? From line number 10 to line number 999. This is what command I'm giving. If I press enter, now it is deleting 10 to 999. These lines are I have deleted. So what as a user, what I have done? I am giving the commands to the what? My Gvim editor. To give the commands to the Gvim editor, you should go to the what? Command line interface. How to go to the command line interface? Escape, colon. Escape, colon. Like another command I will give. This is also command, help command. This is what command I'm giving. So what this help command will do? It will just opens the help text file. Right? This is what the command I'm giving. It is used for cursor navigation. Also, it is used for what? Manipulation. Manipulation of your text. This is what it use. Now, so user wants to give the commands, then you should go to the escape. To give the commands, you should go to the command line interface. How to get the command line interface is nothing but by pressing the colon. By pressing the colon. You understood? Can you please go through these commands in the escape mode? Can you tell me? I think GG we work with, correct? Capital G we work with. Dollar symbol we work with. 0 we work with, correct? And WB we'll see now. HJK also we work with. We understood. Now we'll see what is a W. What is a W is for? I'll just say one example. Let me quit this. Say I want to quit this file, help.txt file. Then I will go to the escape mode. The escape mode, how to go to the escape mode means, exit mode. I'm sorry, exit mode. How to go to the exit mode? Press escape. Then user wants to write the command to this colon. Then user giving the command. What is the command is for Q. Quit. The keyword quit, short notation is nothing but Q. By pressing this, you can quit this window. Okay. Now, simply I'll copy YY 10 times of P. Now, if I press a W, so what changes you can see now? I'm pressing the W. Move the cursor at the what? Beginning of the each word. Beginning of the what? Each word. Did you notice the same? You want to move the cursor at the what? But it is not going to the insert mode. It is being to the what? Escape mode. Because since it is escape mode command. W is for what? Move the cursor at the beginning of the words. B means what? Cursor is moving forward or backward? Backward. Then first of the word. First of the word. It is going. Now I'll ask you one question. I want to move my cursor. I want to move my cursor word by word, not at the beginning, at the end of the word. End of the word. W means what? Beginning of the word. Forward. B means what? Backward. Beginning. What I am saying now? Move the cursor end of the each word. Then this you don't know. How to understand this? Go to the built-in document. Correct. then you can exercise, or you can ask to LLM models, ChatGPT, etc. You can do exercise. Yes or no? Now what I am pressing is small e. What is small e? Can you notice what changes it is happening? Moving forward, end of the line, end of the word, end of the word. Yes or no? So likewise, today also you should exercise some of the what? Examples of escape mode commands. Built-in document is there, everything is there. All you need that you should exercise. Okay. Now let us go to few more. You understood what is the role of the colon? Colon, you know? What is the role of the colon? Command line interface. What is the use of this command line interface? If any user wants to give any commands to the Gvim editor, you have to go to the command line interface. Okay, now we understood W, we understood B. What is control F? Move the cursor forward one screen. One screen means what? One page. Here, how many page text I have? Only one page. If I press Control F, this is what, okay, actually there are two pages are there. Control B means one page back. Control F means what? One page move means forward. Let us copy this line into 500 lines. I'll keep my cursor at the beginning of the line. So now I'll do Control F. Which line number it is going? Line number 25 means these are 1 to 25 is a one page, one screen. Then next is screen. Forward I'm going. Right? Forward I'm going. So Control B means what? Backward I'm going. So what is the Control F and Control B is for move the cursor forward one screen, move the cursor backward one screen. Now can you see the command number 14? Colon. What is a colon? Enter the command line mode to execute the commands such as search and replace. That is what the regular expression. Search and replace. And what? Move to the specific line. Also, I done with the 10,999D. I deleted line number 10 to line number 999. The user wants to use commands, then you should go to the what? Command line interface. DD also, I think we work with, right? DD means what? Delete the current line. Now, can you see what is a forward slash? What is a question mark? And what is a small n and what is a capital N? Can you read the text for forward slash? Search forward in the document. Means I'll just search TO2. TO2. So then press enter. It is searching forward or backward? Forward. Correct. So then I'll search question mark TO2. It has to go backward, right? Question mark. Like 2. I was written the wrong pattern. Question mark TO. So this question mark is for, second, let me check it. Search the backward in the document. The quick brown fox jumps over the lady dog. I think here have all the text will be the same. So TO2 will be the same for all the lines. TO2. Space. Capital N is calling. I'll just put the different content and then I'll show what is the use of the forward slash and what is the use of the question mark. I want to delete all the lines. How to delete all the lines? How many lines are there? Total 519 lines are there. I want to delete all the lines. You can go with the 1 comma 519D. Or let me write the different text to this. Okay. So now I want to search a TO2 forward. What I should do? /2. Right. Now it is searching forward once again. Backward slash, sorry, forward /2, right? 2. This is one search. This is second search. This is a first search, right? Then it has to do forward, means it has to go to the next search. It's going to the next line. It has should not go to the next one. Just highlighting all the, okay. Give me the different texts. It is searching for, okay, let me keep my cursor somewhere here. I want to search the keyword for what? End. Or it is searching the end keyword. Now I want to proceed forward, okay. Let us do one thing. Yeah. So I'll give the difference. So how many ends here? 2 ends. Now I want to search it for the keyword end. So if I'm using forward slash end, it is searching like a what? Forward case. There are 2 ends in the line number 6 and line number 7, right? So now it is start searching for what? Forward. It is start searching this end, then it will go to the next step. If I'm using a question mark end, it is searching the what? Reverse. So forward slash is what? Forward. Question mark is for what? Backward search. Let me see. Search the forward in the what? Document. You can use the what? Forward slash. Search the backward in the document. You can use the what? Question mark. This is what the difference. You understood? Okay. And what is the n? Small n? So move to the next instance of the what? Last search. Means I was searching here. What I'm searching, let us search the end here. I'm searching the end. It is forward search. Then small n means what? Small n, sorry. I have searched this. So now I'll press the small n. Small n is for what? Search the next end, which is already searched earlier. That whatever the search you have done earlier, that search you want to do forward, then you can use the what? Small n. Are you understood? So small n is for search. Move to the next instance of the last search. Suppose I'm searching end. I want to search a next end in my text. Then I should press the what? Small n. What is a capital N is for?
Previous.
Previous search. Move to the previous instance of the last search. Then you can use the what? Capital N. So when you exercise, you will come to know this one. Okay. And DD, you know, right? DD, you know. And capital D is nothing but what? Delete to the end of the line. And X is for delete the character under the cursor. Capital X is for what? Delete the character before the cursor. And U, you know, U is for what? Undo. Control R is for what? Redo. Redo. So in the command line, you will do all this. Navigating through the text, move, searching the document, searching the keyword. Okay. Then command line interface to perform the specific action. You can go for what? Command line interface. Then what? Delete or modify the text without into the what? Inserting mode. You can use the escape mode. Undo and redo also you can do. How to go to the escape mode? By pressing escape. Did you understood this? Like many more commands are there. We'll exercise every day. But usually these are the commands we'll be using. The next mode, insert mode we talked about, escape mode we talked about. The next mode is nothing but what? Exit mode. What is the role of the exit mode? You want to save. What are the changes you have done? You want to save the changes and you want to close that window. Means exit that window. You can go to the what? Exit mode. To exit the Gvim, you can use the following commands. Colon, you know. Colon means what? Command line interface. If I give Q means what? Quit. So quit the current file. So colon explanatory mark means what? Quit without saving any changes. Then colon WQ means what? Save. This is what the symbol save means. Like in your Windows Office, there is save option, right? Control S you do. Here, W means write. Write and quit, you can say. So WQ means write and quit. Write means save. And X means what? Write and quit if a changes has been made. Then WQ means what? Only write means save changes. Then what? W. Then if you give the file name means what will happen? It is going to write the new file. File name means you will give the file name. W means write. And if you give the file name, it is going to write the new file. So I'm going to write like this. W. I'll give the file name is program1.txt file. Now what will happen? W for write. Write to the what file? This file name. Program1.txt. So now you can see it is going to write to the new file. This is the file it is going to write. Program1.txt file. You understood? So these are the commands usually we'll be using in what mode? To exit mode. W explanatory mark means what? Overwrite the file without confirmation. You can use the W explanatory mark. So these are the commands you're using in the escape mode. Q explanatory mark, WQ, colon X, colon W, followed by the what? Name of the file. Then colon W explanatory mark. This is what your exit mode. And other modes are what? Now we talked about three modes: insert mode, escape mode, exit mode. What other modes are? Visual block mode. So I need to discuss about visual block mode. Then we'll discuss about there is a concept called vimrc file that we call .vimrc file. What is the role of that? Okay. So that I will be covering in the next session. You don't want to put in the first day to complete 3 hours theory. So that I will wind up early today. Okay. Tomorrow we'll be having theory sessions. Afternoon we'll be having lab sessions. Tomorrow I'll talk about visual block mode. Then there is a to changing the appearance of your Vim editor, we'll set the options. We'll set the options in the vimrc file. We call Vim root configuration file. We'll talk about what is a root configuration file. Means you can see by default, you may see the line number in my text editor, right? Line number in my text editor. Your user can remove this line number by running a set to no number. If I set to no number, if I different to mode, just save and quit. If I open this file in the Vim editor, by default, I'm getting the what? Line numbers. Now I'm going to write a set no number. Yeah, probably this is not happening in my case because I have saved the option into my vimrc file. In the vimrc file, I have updated my settings, setup options. That is why it is not reflecting. We tried this set to no number is unknown command. Set to number means it is used to set the number. Set to no number. Let's see. So since I have updated my vimrc file, this command is not trying to overwriting my vimrc file. I'll talk about this, no problem. So what is the use of the vimrc file where user can set the options? Means this is what the font size I'm using. Let's say it is 20. Okay. Some font style it is. Maybe it is a console lens or some other thing. Okay. So what font style you want, what font size you want, whether alt text should be in the bold you want or italic you want, okay, or unbold you want, all these options you can update into your root configuration file. So that file we call it as a vimrc file. In Linux there is a bash rc file is there. So similar to that, when you're installing the Vim, by default it is creating a root configuration file. That file should be the hidden file. I'll talk about more about vimrc file. Just I'm highlighting that what is the role of that vimrc file is for you can set some options into your vimrc file. So whenever you launch the Gvim editor, automatically at the backend that file also get executed. What are the options you are setting into your vimrc file will be reflected in your Gvim editor. So that is the use of the vimrc file. I'll talk about that. We'll talk about in the next session. Another mode is nothing but visual block mode. Then about vimrc file. So then we'll talk about some GVM options. So then I'll talk about the recording mode. And what else you can do in the Vim also we'll discuss. Tomorrow let me cover this visual block mode. Then recording mode and what is the .vimrc file? What is the use of the .vimrc file? Okay. Did you understood what I was discussing today? Okay. Tomorrow we'll cover theory plus hands-on from the tomorrow onwards. Today at least you can do this exercise like you should install it for your Windows. Do insert mode, escape mode, and exit mode commands. You should become a pro after a couple of weeks in the Gvim editor. Maybe at the beginning, you may not pro user of your Vim. You may struggling to navigating the cursor or inserting. But I want to see you after a couple of weeks. You should be pro in the Vim editor. Okay, this is what my expectation from your side. Okay. Any doubts? Anything is there? You can bring to our notice. We will be helping you to address your doubts. This is open source or paid one? You can download it. .exe file freely available. Going to the official website. You can download to your Windows, download to your Mac. You can download to your Windows, Mac and Linux platforms. Okay, let me take any questions from you, offline and online students. Yes, online student, could you able to follow this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, yes.
Could you please put that Gvim editor? So like why the numbers are showing in different
No, this is what I updated. I have customized my VMRC file. It is not showing in order. But it's not showing order.
It's showing like 1 to 3.
Correct. If I keep my cursor here, it is showing at line number 0. On top of above, it is showing 1, 2, 3. Below, it is showing 1, 2, 3. This is where I have updated my VMRC. If I remove that set of options, my VMRC, I can see order. It is an order. These are updation. Okay, let me open that my VMRC. I'll show you. Go to where the VMRC file will be located in the root configuration. I mean the root file. To navigate the root file, you can use the TDL symbol. To run any file, you can use the // // So this is a hidden file, so that any hidden file will be start from the dot. Hidden file will be represented with the dot. This root configuration file is a hidden file that should be represented with the dot. Okay. We press enter. Now you can see I have updated my VMRC. Okay. I think relative number, if I remove, this is what one I'm using, relative number. If I remove this, I'll just hide this one. Now let us save and quit. After saving this, I need to source my VMRC file to reflect this. This is located here. Go to the VMRC, press enter. Now you can see changes is not done. Trailing characters set relative line number 18. It is not deleting this. Just open the VMRC. So I have removed the two options. One is what? Set a relative number. Another one is cursor line I have removed. Okay. Save and quit. The colon. Source the VMRC. Let me open this again. Now you can see this. This is where I updated my options in the VMRC file. And simply I have generated that VMRC commands in ChatGPT. Okay, I just copied the same. Like any options you want, you can add it. You want to remove it, you can remove it. Okay. This is what VMRC updation. This is what I'll talk tomorrow. Okay. So with this, today let me stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue with the same and then also do the hands-on. Please ready with your laptops tomorrow onwards.